Craven Bets, our weekly betting segment here with our financial advisor, Mike Craven here in Craven's Corner, because on this corner,
we make money.
Split the difference last week, paid the VIG, but...
Yep, 2-2 last week. I think we're like 23-11, 23-12 overall. Pretty good.
I will say, though, like, if you could get... if you could find a way to benefit on how much a team beats the spread, then the Rice-Charlotte game that you were like, there's no way Rice covers 17, you were right.
Yeah, I had that
one. You had a read on it.
I had that one. I have a few basic gambling rules, and I've added Rice minus 17 as an automatic hammer.
All right, let's see what Craven's come up with this week. Where are we starting, Pickle?
We will start in the Big 12. Huge matchup. Texas Tech at TCU, you're going with the under at 71.
Under 71, you are fading the offenses here.
I feel like the Texas Tech defense is ahead of the offense after being there last week, kind of watching that team play. The turnovers concern me. I know TCU can score a lot of points, but I think they're going to watch that tape, see what Baylor did, and copy that. And that's run the ball, run the ball, run the ball again, take up the clock, keep Texas Tech off the field, and that will keep it to where it can't get to 71. That's a lot of points.
The other thing about that is for Tech, like who's an underdog in this game, I think it's fair to say, especially on the road, they've been turnover prone this year, and they've especially been turnover prone on the road. So you wonder if they're going to be able to put up their share of this 71.
Yeah, this is a dangerous game for Texas Tech because they're the worst team in Texas turnover margin at -7. TCU is the best at +6. So if this gets like last week, TCU is going to put on some points. And so I think that's the main concern is turnovers for Tech.
What's next, Pickle?
How about we stay in the Big 12? Texas at Kansas State. You're taking the over at 54.5. Manhattan is a bad place for the Longhorns.
It has not
every
been
year.
historically very kind to the Longhorns, but you think that they can do their fair share of offense.
I mean, Kansas State scored 48 with a backup quarterback against Oklahoma State last week. And Texas is coming off of a bye. I always trust Steve Sarkisian to figure some stuff out. I think Quinn Ewers is going to have a bounce-back game, but John Robinson's going to have a big game. I don't know if Texas can win this game. I was shocked to see them favored on the road against Kansas State. But I do think this becomes more of a scoring matchup than a lot of people think it does.
Yeah, I think that the offense for Quinn Ewers is probably going to figure itself out. And then, depending on, I don't know if Kansas State's got 48 in them again this week, but I think they've probably got more than half of that.
Yeah, if they can get 28 for us, they're there.
Yeah, at that point, you're feeling pretty good. What's next, Pickle?
To Conference USA West we go. The Roadrunners, you're going to take a -1 over or against UAB.
So basically a pick 'em here.
Yeah, you give Jeff Traylor an extra week to prepare, and I'm going to take UTSA. Yeah. This one feels pretty even on paper. UTSA is on a 5-game winning streak. UAB has lost their last 2. They lost to FAU last week. So I know this one's on the road. I know the Roadrunners are beat up. They didn't get everybody back in that extra week. They're going to need a lot longer than that to get fully healthy. But I think that offense with Frank Harris, those wide receivers, I think they win this one on the road.
The other thing, and you've talked me into this over the course of this season as well, if this game is close, and obviously Vegas and the betting public think it's going to be pretty close, what team in America do you trust more than UTSA in a close game?
16-6 in one-possession games since the start of the 2020 season for Jeff Traylor as a college coach.
That is nuts. What is our final pick this week, Pickle?
Back to the Big 12 we go. Baylor, you're taking them +3 against Oklahoma.
Man, Oklahoma is officially impossible to read right now. I think I understand why they're favored. I think I get it, but I also know why you're taking Baylor here.
Yeah, some of this is recency bias. I was in Jones Stadium watching Baylor put it on Texas Tech. It looks like the Bears are finally playing the type of football we thought that they would. The offensive line looked great. The defensive line had 6 sacks to go to those 5 turnovers. The one time I saw Oklahoma play in person this year, it was in the Cotton Bowl.
Yeah.
Losing 49-0. Against Texas. And so for me, it feels like Baylor's starting to play its best football of the season. Oklahoma's still up and down. Give me the Bears to win this one on the road.
Yeah, the only thing about this is that scares you is going to Norman. That's the biggest thing. I think Baylor's the better team. Like, I don't know if that's a real hot take all of a sudden, but I think they're the better team.
And they've been pretty good against Oklahoma over the last 5 or 6 years. I don't think they're scared of the Sooners. This is the year to go beat them. And all of these Big 12 teams, you can tell, are trying to send a message to Texas and Oklahoma. I think Baylor plays a really good brand of football. I think Baylor may run the table and be a dark horse to break into that Big 12 championship game with only 2 conference losses.
There you have it. That's the picks here in Craven's Corner, because on this corner,
we make money.
Thanks so much for watching that video. If you would like more and to be notified when they come out, go ahead and click that subscribe button right down there. You can also watch Texas Football Today every day live at noon on TexasFootball.com, Facebook, Twitch, and right here on YouTube. For more of the best coverage of Texas football in the Lone Star State, go to TexasFootball.com/subscribe.